Good day, Philippines. This is Ken Fonferrada for the GS Report. Philippines typhoon Rai death tolls rises further as areas remain out from help. The death toll from the strongest typhoon to hit the Philippines this year surpassed 300 on Tuesday as humanitarian agencies warn the true scale of destruction remains unknown, partly because rescue workers are unable to access some disaster-hit areas. Super Typhoon Rai, known locally as Odette, has now claimed 375 lives since it ripped through the archipelago last week. CNN Philippines reported, citing the Philippine National Police (PNP), at least 515 people are injured and 56 still missing. The PNP said more deaths are expected to be confirmed as the rescue continues, but aid workers face difficult tasks of reaching some regions that are cut off due to debris spilled and waterlogged roads, some with telephone and internet connections down. Philippine Red Cross Chairman Senator Gordon said Tuesday that 5 bridges in Palawan have been destroyed by the storm. Nearly 1 million people live in the western province, according to 2020 official figures. Homes are completely destroyed. We are trying to send urgent supplies including water, food, and medicine. Gordon said communities have been completely cut off. It had initially packed winds up to 260 kilometers and 160 miles per hour, equivalent to a Category 5 storm. Many primitive evacuation and storm preparation began earlier in the week as the country began seeing heavy rain, but billions were still left vulnerable. As Rai traveled west, it ripped down homes, trees, and power cables in its path, bringing with heavy rain, widespread flooding, and landslide. Communities were destroyed and hundreds of thousands left homeless by the storm. In Derby, Surigao City, one of the worst hit areas, survivors were seen pleading on the roads for food and water. Surrounded by uprooted trees and electricity poles, police were seen removing broken branches from the roads. At least 4.1 children have been affected by the typhoon. According to Save the Children, more than 16,000 families in hard-hit Caraga are estimated to be sheltering in cramped evacuation centers. It added, Jerome Valentin, humanitarian manager of the organization, said the risk of disease spreading at these facilities is of great concern. We are starting to see emergence of waterborne disease, including diarrhea. Valentin said, sanitation is a huge issue at these evacuation centers. With the Philippines still battling COVID-19, we sorry for the safety of billions, including most vulnerable children. Valentin expressed concern over the longer-term struggles that might arise from the typhoon's devastation, including food security and education issues. Although we haven't determined the extent damage yet, there has been widespread destruction to schools, Valentin said. Poorer, more vulnerable communities can be exposed to exploitation after this disaster. Scenes of destruction reminiscent of the Super Typhoon Haiyan, also known locally as Yolanda, which hit the Philippines in November 2013. That was one of the strongest storms battered the nation, killing more than 6,000 people. Its powerful winds and numerous storm surge smashed buildings, destroyed roads, and caused widespread power and water outage. The humans-induced climate crisis is making typhoons, hurricanes, and cyclones more intense and destructive, and the Philippines is one of the most climate vulnerable nations.